Boom shakalaka. Remember the Contra cheat code? Well, it turns out we have the Bitcoin cheat code, and this extremely high level of seller exhaustion indicates a massive move for Bitcoin is coming. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including the Bitcoin cheat code and the massive upcoming Bitcoin move. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Push that like button. And today's episode is sponsored by Grape. So stay tuned till the end for a sponsored review. Now, if we take a look today, fear and greed 51, pretty much no move from yesterday. You know what else didn't move from yesterday? The overall market. Bitcoin at 29,190, Ethereum at 1849, XRP 69 cents, BNB at 237, Dogecoin 7 cents, Cardano 30 cents, Solana $23, and Tron 8 cents. And Bitcoin price today, falling out of this narrow trading range it was in for about a month, all the way down to the 50-day moving average, this yellow line right here. And if it were to break through here, there is a nice convergence between 28,000 and 28.5, where we have the 100-day moving average, we have the about year-long trend line, and we also have a very high level of volume moving at roughly $28,000. So those could be support if this 50-day moving average does not hold. But no matter how you look at it, it turns out there is no second best investment. Because if we take a look over the past 12 years annualized, Bitcoin has outperformed everything. And pretty much every single year alone, it has outperformed everything as well. The next best thing, 18% for US NASDAQ 100. And if we take a look at gold, 2% compared with 151% for Bitcoin. I'm sure Peter Schiff isn't happy with those statistics. But it turns out coming up, there's a halving coming up next year, okay? I think it's like April, May 2024, something like that. Well, from a Fidelity report on the case for Bitcoin, after the upcoming halving in roughly 8 months, Bitcoin will have a higher stock to flow ratio than gold. Now, what this means is the amount of Bitcoin that's already been mined compared to the amount of Bitcoin coming back in. We can see right now, Bitcoin is just lower stock to flow than gold, but in the next halving, it'll be a lot higher. That could dramatically shift the price for Bitcoin. Right now, we are in the time period leading up to the halving. We are in the pre-halving period, and taking a look historically, comparing this with the last cycle, where we could be headed. I mean, look at all this action that happened pre-halving, and then look at the massive jump that happened post-halving. This would clearly put Bitcoin into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Bitcoin starts a bull run at the breakout on the top of a descending channel. The RSI has associated the breakout signal with a bullish crossover on the moving average. We see the crossover happening right here, same time as we have a breakout from that channel. Both things indicating start of a very significant bull run for Bitcoin. So any thoughts about downward movement? Yeah, it's possible, but you want to scoop up Bitcoin at the cheapest prices you can when that happens. We also have the total market cap right here making a big crossover, which we can see here. There's no question that Bitcoin has been on an uptrend since early 2023. The MA50 and MA100 are close to a bullish cross on total market cap. In the last 4 years, this has always led to a strong rise for Bitcoin and alts. You can see right here, price rise. Right here, price rise. Right here, massive price rise. And right here, price rise as well. So we could have a very large price move coming for Bitcoin to the upside, especially if we have a breakout of this descending wedge, which historically is a bullish signal for Bitcoin. Now onto that cheat code. Turns out it's it's up, down, left, right, AB, select, start, something like that. But the Bitcoin cheat code, using the average sentiment oscillator, you could have been able to foresee Bitcoin capitulation, step 1, right here, from its bottom area. Step 2, if you weren't following, then you also get to see step 3. So basically, if we take a look at the average sentiment oscillator, when we have the first cross, this is the capitulation area. And for Bitcoin, this was roughly at about, I don't know, that's maybe like $30,000-ish, okay? Then you have the bottom area, which pretty closely called the absolute bottom for Bitcoin, right around 15,000. Well, now we have step 3 in the cheat code. Turns out step 3 is the takeoff, the rocket area, the moment right before Bitcoin goes up massively, and you don't want to be sitting on the sidelines. Turns out Bitcoin actually has an inverse correlation with the US government 5-year bonds. If we take a look at this, we can see the top here, the bottom here, and when one goes up, the other goes down. Coincidentally, government bonds have reached the top, which means that likely Bitcoin is likely to go up. Which brings us to this chart here. Bitcoin seller exhaustion has absolutely plummeted. You can see this right here. The orange is seller exhaustion. We have reached very, very low levels. As a matter of fact, we have not seen levels this low since 2015 to 2019. So in about 4 years, we haven't seen levels this low. Now, the lowest reading since November 2018, before one of the largest moves in history. The two ingredients for seller exhaustion: one, low volatility, which we've had, the price has been going sideways, and two, high losses. Volatility has been squeezed to a minimum, and guess what? This is a bull market. Now, in bull markets, guess what? This happens before every single surge that we see right here. In bear markets, well, massive drops, but guess what? We are in a bull market, which looks like it's going to be very good news for Bitcoin. Now, onto our sponsored review of Grape. Now, this is a sponsored review, not an endorsement of the project. Clearly do your own due diligence, but we are going to be taking a look at the project, and then if you're interested, there is a link down in the description if you decide to invest. This helps out the channel. So, the very first Web4 infrastructure for a decentralized internet. Grape is the only layer 1 blockchain ecosystem that combines two proprietary solutions based on DAG and AI to power virtual worlds and dApps. And right here, you can check out their tech paper and also their light paper. And if you wanted to, you could go buy it on their website, grap3.com, or the link down in the description. So if we take a look, Grape's two proprietary technologies, Vine and Ann, will improve the adoption of Web3 and push it to the next level of Web4. So you can see Web3 here, where we have high usage complexity, high financial responsibility, but also high functionality. With Vine and Ann, we have lower usage complexity, lower responsibility, but high overall functionality. So what are these things, Vine and Ann? Well, Vine formulates the transaction tree without hitting linear limitations or bottlenecks. It's based on a direct acyclic graph, DAG, similar to IOTA, a mathematical-based technology that asynchronously generates entries in a decentralized ledger, allowing for an unprecedented 700,000 transactions per second. Ann is the AI interface that improves interactions with each of Grape's services. The final goal of Ann is to become a virtual assistant of all users on the ecosystem. So you can see here Grape's services and Ann's benefits right there. Grape's platform allows the launch of any Web3 dApps. All of Grape's services will power the real decentralization of the ecosystem, from wallet logon to data storage. And the primary goal of Grape is to create a fully decentralized infrastructure. Due to unique design, Grape network performance will grow with each new advanced node connected to it, allowing to easily reach 700,000 transactions per second and more. The more nodes, the more transactions per second. So they have a bunch of videos explaining it and a bunch of frequently asked questions there, but we will move on because there's a lot of information, too much maybe to cover in one video. So we have the ecosystem right here with Grape's core principles are based on 6 pillars: security, storage, flexibility, scalability, compatibility, and adoption. They will simplify the creation of smart contracts by introducing AI-based coding powered by and by leveraging artificial intelligence with language models and text-to-code translation. Users can create smart contracts by formulating simple prompts. The network will split into shards and achieve unlimited scalability. Sharding makes participation in the network validation more accessible, pushing Grape to unparalleled performance. Now, Grape's unique smart contract engine will support interoperable NFTs. An interoperable NFT standard allows users to transfer their items between games. This ensures any game progress can be transferred, traded, or sold. And projects that require maximum flexibility will be able to launch a branch chain and contribute to Grape's infrastructure. You can see that a setup here of the mainnet and the branch trains having their own native coins, custom transaction fees, and fees in the native coins. In terms of security, quantum resistance is a fundamental requirement in the post-quantum world. The proprietary module DART is based on the quantum resistant encryption algorithm, which allows Grape to ensure comprehensive security. And for storage, decentralized cloud storage is a crucial element of the decentralized ecosystem. Grape will allow anyone to become a node operator and provide disk space in exchange for rewards. So we can take a look at the roadmap here. This is coming up in 2023, the Vine testnet, public testnet launch, decentralized crowd storage launch, mainnet launch, alpha launch for Anne, and then in 2024, authentication to wallets using biometrics, mobile MMO RTS game, decentralized financial network, ecosystem, mainnet sharding, and launch of Anne. We can also take a look at the team here so you can see the members of the team. So some other things that they wanted me to mention. So Grape is the first platform to facilitate Web 4 and offer truly decentralized internet capable of hosting Web 2 size applications, games, and applications. Imagine popular games like Clash of Clans, Farmville, and Starfield becoming Web 3 compatible. Grape makes this a reality. So their approach is by using AI integration, Vine blockchain, and TPS scalability. They utilize AI to bridge the gap between Web 3 and Web 2, combining the security of Web 3 with ease of use needed for mass adoption of Web 2, built on a revolutionary algorithm enabling unprecedented speeds and near infinite scalability while maintaining 100% decentralization using the Vine blockchain. And while Ethereum has 29 transactions per second, Grape's scalable model with 1,000 transactions per second added for every new user node. So Grape launched on Bitmart and Uniswap. Bigger buyers get to become part of the exclusive Whale Society, offering dedicated amount managers, early access to perks, events, competitions, and special offers. And you don't want to miss out because opportunities to buy into big projects like Grape at this early stage are rare. Secure your position before launch day. If you're interested, use the link down in the description to claim your 10% bonus coins. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you very much to Grape for sponsoring that one. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.